Good morning. Rajni from Sashakt Empowering Lives. So, as I had promised, welcome to the first chapter on language development. Just like you had seen in the previous video, where I had the introductory video where I had explained the 5-finger model, that how when we are dealing with a child on the autism spectrum, the first and the foremost thing which is important is behavior correction. So once we achieve behavior correction, alongside we have to look at the child developing language properly, because when language is existing, it is easy for the child to communicate, and when a child is communicating, obviously the behaviors are much under control. Conversely, if a child has lack of language and is not able to express, and that doesn't mean lack of speech, language can be it can be in a written form if it's a non-verbal child, but language means the ability to put one word behind the other and convey in a way that it makes absolute sense, and what the child is thinking or what the child wants, he or she can convey it to people. So going forward with that, in the first chapter on language development, we are going to be talking about a series of things. So we will begin with how to develop language in a child on the autism spectrum. Yeah? So are you ready? All right, let's get the magic started. So parents, now we are talking about how to develop language in a systematic way in a kid on the autism spectrum. So a verbal kid, many a times parents tell me, my child can speak all words, but they don't know how to communicate, how to convey. So a child who can talk, who can say words, who can sing entire nursery rhymes, but they don't know how to communicate, it is very painful for a parent, because it's not that the child is non-verbal. The child is very much verbal, but still is not able to use language. So how do we help a child like that? Let's go step by step. So, language is taught in the following way. So if we put it into a pyramid, we get to see that we have at the lowest end of the pyramid is what? Okay, this side we will write tangible, and this side we will write intangible. Once a kid knows how to answer a what question, understand and answer a what question, and how to ask a what question, yeah, a lot of areas open up for a kid, especially when he knows how to ask, because that's the seat of curiosity. So I will take it up. How do we teach this? Above what is who. Again, tangible this side, intangible this side. So once a kid knows how to answer, understand and answer, I am putting all the arrows inward where a kid is supposed to comprehend. So if suppose there is a question like who is on the door, and if the kid does not understand the question, then neither in written nor in spoken the child will be able to not answer. That's another thing we will also have to teach, that milkman is on door. So we will do that. We will teach that to the kid. But first thing to know is to find out if the kid knows how to answer a who question, or does he even understand, or she even understand what who means. And then later on is how to ask a who question. That is very important. Again, curiosity based. Who is this person? So Our children, many parents tell me, oh, my kid will never ask that question. So they don't ask that question because they don't know it, that they're supposed to ask. And this is how it is supposed to be asked. So after who, we go to where. This is predominantly a preposition based thing. Where, on top of, underneath, to the side, above, below, beside. So where. Again, when a child understands how to answer a where question, and when a child understands how to ask a where question. So asking is outward and understanding is inward. So when a child understands how to answer a where question, and where is very need based. So where are my slippers? Where are my shoes? Where is my tiffin, my bottle? So then we go on to teaching the kid when. Up until this level where things are very tangible. Again, I will go back to tangible and intangible. Intangible we will teach much later than tangible. Tangible is, what is this? This is an apple. Yeah. Intangible is what are you feeling right now? It is also called as how are you feeling right now. But intangible, what will be very difficult for the kid initially, but slowly it just comes in. Okay, intangible of who will be, who do you think could have done this? So all the who questions, so that's the higher side of the continuum where we'll go once we are able to handle this side. Slowly, as the ability of the kid grows, it moves this side from this side. Okay, so from tangible towards intangible. Okay, but first we have to get all these aspects in the tangible realm that the kid understands. So now here, if you see from here, from when, the intangible aspect starts. Okay, more as in what, who and where are things where you can touch, feel, you can teach the child, you can show the child. So where is the pen? The pen is on the table. So you will keep 5 things on and the child will understand. Where is the remote? Remote is on the table. Where is the pencil? Pencil is in my hand. So it's about position. We can comfortably teach because it's very, very tangible. When it comes to when, so when is a little bit intangible thing. When will we go? For that, the child needs to understand morning, afternoon, evening, night. So we'll take up all of that slowly. So when will we go, or when is he coming? So those are like asking the question. So before child can ask, they need to understand day and night, morning, afternoon, evening, yesterday, today, tomorrow, the calendar concepts, so that they understand. And when you show a picture, you say, okay, what time is it? It starts with a what, but it's actually a when question. So you say it is evening time.
मैम आपको ये थोड़ा सा ठीक कर लीजिए, वो यहाँ से नीचे चला गया.
अभी ठीक है? So when is, it might sound like a what question. Yeah, what time is it? It is afternoon time, but it's actually a when question. Like when did the children go to the park? The children went to the park in the evening, because the child can see. So when will we go for dinner? We will go at night for dinner. So when, it's not very tangible, you cannot touch it, you cannot feel it, but you can always you can show. So there is a way to teach how to understand and answer when, and then how to ask a when question, right? So understand and understand and answer, and ask a when question. From here, Now it starts to get more and more intangible. Why is cause and effect? So many children don't understand cause and effect. Majority of parents who come to me, they say that a child, I will ask, why are you running? And they will say, the child will say, I am running because I am running. So they have learnt by rote that you use the word because and then you put the entire phrase alongside. So if you are also a parent whose child is doing something like that, I am sad because I am sad. Yeah, that means the concept of cause and effect, the concept of putting two things together, that because of this happened, that concept is not there. So this is more inferential, it is more intangible as compared to the lower parts of the pyramid. So why? So we will teach the child, and I will take up the ways in which we are going to teach the child the concept of understanding a why question as well as asking a why question. Please understand, ladies and gentlemen, if a child does not understand these, he will not develop or she will not develop a mental image. And if they don't develop a mental image, they will not be able to ask questions. So that just about goes to say for all children where parents say, they have never asked me a question. That is why they have never asked you a question, because they have not understood it. And so the curiosity element, the second most vital question, can that be developed? Of course. The mool mantra, as they say in Hindi, or the crux of the thing is, break it down into smaller doable tasks. When you break down a bigger task into smaller doable tasks, a child is always capable of doing it. That's the best part about autism. So if my kid is not learning, that means my goal is bigger. It needs to be further broken down into a goal that the child will be able to achieve. All right. So then, what, who, where, when, and how. Now, how is a sigma, as they say in math, or is a conglomerate, or is a combination of all of these. So if you ask a kid, how did you get hurt? So the kid will say, I was running, there was a big stone. So what is coming in? Yeah, where is coming in? Okay, there was a big stone on the road, I did not see it. Who is coming? Who did not see it? I did not see it. It was evening time. Yeah, so when comes in? I was running because we were playing chase game, and I was running fast because my friend was chasing me and I did not see, and I fell. I bumped into the stone and I fell, and that's how I got hurt. So technically speaking, if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, then 6 is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. When a kid is able to do all of these is when a kid is able to do this. Yes? And that's when kid is asking a how question without rote. Otherwise, we teach the kid, ask how did you get hurt? So if they will see somebody hurt, they will say, how did you get hurt? How are you feeling? So that's just rote. They have learnt it. But when the other child will explain, how are you feeling now? Yeah, I'm better. So, sometimes our differently able children are talking to regular kids, and they're saying, so how are you feeling now? Because his mommy taught that if somebody has fever, you have to, ask. So it's a rote, okay, but it's nothing more than that. And then the kid says, I still had fever last night, and in the morning I threw up, and then you see that your kid, after asking how are you feeling, is looking here and there, and is asking, mommy, I want candy. he is not interested in listening to the answer. And that's when the social area, as I had explained in the introductory video, that takes a beating, even with language. So like I showed the 5-finger model, behaviors corrected, language developed. That's when we attempt social. Yes, so when all of this is in place and when how has been effectively gotten in, then asking a how question is not rote. So welcome to this series. This was chapter 1, where I gave you a brief of what we are going to do in the coming 5 or 6 videos. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the coming 6 videos. So we are going to be talking about what, and in the video that comes up for what, I will explain how you can develop what in the tangible realm and in the intangible realm, and then who, and then where. Like this, one video each I shall be explaining. So until the next video, stay blessed, stay in power, in faith, and always remember, autistic child can. We need to learn how to help them. May each kid win. Bye-bye.